Hello amigos, welcome back to a brand new season, a brand new series. Obviously LIGAMX Guard1anes has just started, the tournament's just started. Chivas was actually the first game of the season, so yeah, before getting to the game I just want to say I'm so happy to see the football back. Obviously it's only been, a month, give or take, since the previous season finished. Um, but it does drag, funnily enough. Obviously, I only had Arsenal to focus on, while the season was out. So um, it's nice to have Chivas back. And obviously it's a little bit different now. We've got a lot more of our players that are on loan back. A couple of players out. So yeah, going into it, obviously we had the news that JJ Macias has actually got coronavirus, so he's obviously going to be out for a couple of weeks at least. Um, Big miss. While he had a disappointing previous season, I'm really hoping and really banking on him having a really good season this season. I think that European clubs, maybe not Juventus has been reported, but I think European clubs are definitely looking at him, and he's obviously wanted to go to Europe, so he has to have a really good season this season. Hopefully he gets a massive move in the summer. But yeah, big loss with him. As I said, I think he's our best striker. He's got potential to be one of Mexico's best strikers in the coming years. So yeah, not a great start. It's not the greatest start for him for the season, but obviously he'll come back in a couple of weeks and hopefully start banging in the goals. Obviously Vega as well we were told that he's going to start on the bench. I'm not sure why. I think he was injured, so I'm assuming he's just coming back from injury. Obviously we had Chino Huerta, who's obviously on loan to Mazatlan, did pretty well over there, so I think he warranted coming back to Chivas and playing with us. It's just a question of whether he can make the step up to Chivas. I mean, quality-wise, our players are quality, way better than Mazatlan. No disrespect to them, but we don't always play like we're better than them. But we are a massive club, so it was always going to be a question whether he can come back and adjust to the increased scrutiny and increased expectations of playing for Chivas rather than Mazatlan. Obviously going into the starting lineup, obviously Godinho starting. He's pretty nailed his starting position now. I don't think Antonio Rodriguez comes close to him now. I don't think any other goalkeeper we have right now comes close to Godinho. Quality goalkeeper. He had a bit of an indifferent start to last season, but I think he ended it really well. Hopefully he continues that. Obviously got up front Uribe Peralta starting. I didn't really want to see that. I wanted to see where to start. I see him as more of a backup. With Vega not starting, I see him as a backup striker. I kind of actually really want to see Vega starting as a striker or playing as a striker at some point in the season. I think that's where he's not being utilised as much as he should be. But Vega's got so much quality. He's obviously still my favourite player. I'm going to praise him. I think he could play on the wings as well as Cam and the striking positions. But I want to see him a striker more, see what he can do there. But without him and Macias, I would like to see Huerta start as striker, in my opinion. Going into the game, going 1-0 down wasn't really the greatest start for us, obviously. I just want to say right now that I couldn't actually watch the game. I was actually at work, but I was following it as it was happening, and I did watch the highlights afterwards. So I feel like I do know kind of what happened. For me, the most annoying thing about this game was Molina. We won a penalty, obviously, and Molina took it, and it's embarrassing. I mean, at first it really confused me, but then it kind of really annoyed me. Like, what are we doing? It's just embarrassing. If he'd scored it, it'd been alright, obviously, but the fact that he just didn't even get it on target, it just looked so terrible. Like, for me, it's the strikers that always take the penalty, and if not them, then obviously at least an attacking player. And Molina's not an attacking player; he's a defensive midfielder, in my opinion. People may argue that. I don't, that is what it is. But for me, he's a defensive midfielder, and he should not be taking out penalties. I don't know why he took the penalty. Hopefully, he'll never take another one for us again. I would have rather seen Peralta take it, to be honest. It's just embarrassing. We could have. I think the penalty was actually before we went 1-0 down, so we could have taken a 1-0 lead. We could have been a bit more comfortable. We always seem to do well when we take the lead in games. So yeah, it was a massive opportunity missed. Hopefully, it won't happen again. We'll have to wait and see. No, see, Vega came on really quickly. Didn't really have much of an impact. You can tell that he's not fully match fit at the moment. I think he had a bit of a quiet game. We made lots of chances, which typically we can't finish them. Went into half time, 1-0 down, only 1-0 down, so I wasn't panicking or anything, but it's just not a position you want to be in. Puebla's one of those teams that tends to sit back, absorb pressure, let us have the possession, and we don't do well against those teams. We do well against Tigres, for example, Club America, teams that attack us because we can then find the space in behind them. I always knew Puebla was going to be a tough game. I expected the win, but they're always one of those teams that can make things difficult for you. But saying that, came straight out in the first and second half, and Ponce, of all people, managed to score a goal. Ponce is one of those players as well that I would rather not see in the starting lineup, but he scored the goal and you have to praise him for that. But it was a decent goal as well. Obviously he's been watching a lot of videos of Calderon's goals, and wants to get a bit of a reaction. So it's really good. Peralta, again, go back to him. He did do that. I saw the video, that bicycle kick thing that he did. Oh man, if that had gone in, that would have been sweet, and I'd be praising him for it. But unfortunately, it didn't. But it would have been a great goal. And then obviously Chino Huerta came on. Had a bit of a quiet game. I think it's a bit like Antuna. When Antuna first came in, he looked a bit nervous. He looked a bit quiet. He didn't really you can tell he didn't want to make a mistake. He didn't want to mess up. So he kind of stayed quiet, but he did have that kind of back heel flick thing towards goal that again would have been a really good goal if it had gone in. But he had a bit of a quiet game. Hopefully he can build his confidence like Antuna did. Antuna is one of our best players now. When he first joined us, he was very quiet, very nervous, and very shaky on the ball. So hopefully Huerta can take Antuna's advice under his belt and come strong in the next few games. Pretty obviously ended 1-1. Bit of a it was an alright result. It wasn't a loss, I guess. But I would have really liked to have won that first game of the season. Secure a decent top spot in the table. I mean, obviously it's really, really early days, but if we could start on a really good foot, it's easier to stay on it rather than having to build up to it. As I said, I could have seen us losing this game, 1-0, 2-1. So it was good that we didn't lose it. I'm alright with it. If we can go on and win the next game, then this draw won't really bother me too much. But I would have liked to have started the league with a win. I think Puebla is a beatable team, even though they do make things difficult for you. I wasn't expecting a win, but it is what it is. That's my phone. All in all, I'm pretty alright with the way the squad played. I would change the lineup a little bit if it was me. I'm a little bit sad that we haven't brought any new players in. I was kind of hoping we'd get Poncho Guzman, obviously from Pachuca back, but obviously I don't think that's going to happen now. I don't think we're going to sign anyone now, to be honest. we've just got a bunch of loan players coming back, so hopefully they can get a bit of a rotation. Hopefully one or two of them turn out to be top quality, and I hope Huertas is one of them. Macias, well, I think whether he has a good season or not, will be leaving in the summer, hopefully to Europe. And if Huertas can come out good, then we've got a ready-made backup. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, as you can see, I'm super happy that we. Well, obviously, I'm super happy that the season started, and we, back to watching Chivas games again. Hopefully, I'm not at work for any of the others that are coming up, so I can actually watch them. That would be nice. Yes, let me know what you thought of the game. Are you disappointed we didn't win? Are you happy we didn't lose? Are you not really that bothered? It's a draw in the first game. Some people might not be too worked up about it. Some people might be really furious about it. Let me know what you thought about the penalty. Let me know who you think should be our main penalty striker, penalty taker. If you don't need to count injuries or players that are out like Macias. If you think Macias should be our main penalty taker, which I think, that's what I think. Let me know what you think. So yeah, I'm just rambling on a bit now. So yeah, as I said, I'm really happy to be making videos again. This is going to be in a brand new season, brand new series on my channel. So I'm starting to split up my videos a bit more into their own little playlists, just to keep things a little bit more tidier. Let me know what you think of that. Yeah, so I will be back next week for another video, and hopefully we'll be talking about a victory. So take it easy, guys. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Adios.